Hey guys, Octavian here playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. We're on the global version of the game, and we're going to run the Man in Black High Score Challenge with my new setup now that I have Xion HD fully guilted. Um, the only issue with this is that, of course, I'm missing a bonus medal on there. And a lot of people pulled like crazy for Sephiroth. So there's a lot of people that have, two, three, four, even five Tifa and Aeriths. So, for those people, that extra percentage is just going to net them such a higher score. So getting ranked high in this is fairly difficult if you didn't pull Sephiroth or if you didn't get several Tifas and Aeriths. So best of luck to everyone. This is without, with my setup, this is about as good as I can possibly do. Okay, let's just get a critical right off the bat there. I'm gonna reset on that because normally I do not kill them. Just got a crazy critical on that one. All right, there we go. And for those of you that aren't too familiar with, the exact mechanics of high score challenge, how they work, how to get the best score, what it really comes down to is you want to make sure you are getting the highest score possible per enemy, like the highest damage dealt possible per enemy. So you want to make sure that you are. That was very close. Not killing it with weaker attacks. And the thing is, you only get full credit for the strongest attack if every hit of the attack lands, which is why single hit attacks are your best friend for these high score challenges. So that's why I'm going with Xion, Copy, and Sephiroth. Currently, like the best medals for high score challenges are Sephiroth EX and Axel EX, because they attack several enemies, are extremely powerful, they're self-buffing, and they're single hit. Alright. So from this point forward, we don't got to worry about killing the enemies. As you saw with my previous attacks, I was doing it perfectly to where I would just, buff myself as much as possible without killing anything so that my Xion could take them all out. At this point forward, the enemies are strong enough that my Xion is just going to be able to take them all out with full buffs because my buffers are not strong enough to kill any of the enemies. So it gets pretty easy from here going forward. My only potential strategy for getting a higher score than this with my current setup is I'd have to swap my Xion out for another Kiar at 11. I do still have another Kiar at 11, but my issue is the Sephiroth that's in my party is not guilted. So it's just simply not doing near enough damage to be my sole damage dealer. So I would have to try and search out a party that has a guilted, preferably boosted guilted Sephiroth with like attack boost 4. And at that point, I could definitely get a higher score. I don't know if I'll be able to find one. If I do find one, I might post a video, but it's really going to be this exact same setup I'm doing right here, just with me attacking with the Sephiroth instead. This high score challenge is pretty straightforward. There's no health regenerating or anything like that. So besides those first few enemies at the very beginning, you don't really need to be careful at all on this one. Pretty much just those first 3 groups of enemies, and then beyond that you just buff to the max and then hit with your damage dealer. And you guys can actually see the bonus score. So you'll see the damage go first, and then you'll see the bonus score second when it adds up. That's the bonus score from the damage that your strongest attack did on each enemy. So as you can see, that number is pretty big. A lot of times with weaker enemies, much much more than the enemies are worth themselves, just as far as killing them. So definitely very important aspect of high score challenges if you didn't know already. One of my main issues with the global version of this game is that I did not have a good high score challenge medal. But now, thankfully, with Xion, I can just use my friend Sephiroth the X, and I'm good. My first time I ran this, I ran it with I had to use Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora EX, which does like 5 hits, I think. And I was only able to get like 30 million. So I got the max rewards, but 30 million is a pretty low score. With this, I'm getting closer to 31,882,000. We'll see if this one comes out higher or not. I think at this point, since it's so automated past those first 3 groups of enemies, I think it's purely just going to be based on whether or not my Xion lands a critical hit. Because with that much damage, a critical hit can make a pretty huge difference in the amount of damage that you do. Alright. And yeah, definitely with Xion, Dark Maw is the best way to go. You get a 3.0 multiplier for her, so really good. You don't even need to max out because there's so many, at least with my setup, there's so much gauge restore that you don't got to worry about spending the gauges. It'd be a different story if your deck was full of Tifa and Aeriths and a Sephiroth, though. Then you'd have to worry about conserving stuff a little better. And I think this is the final room. And then there is one more enemy at a teleporter. And then the final target. Which unfortunately I'm not able to get a lot of points off that final target. Because I can't make it to the Xion without killing it. So I think this time around, last time I tried attacking it. This time I think I might just go straight up with popping my Nova. I've been told that Nova will not give you a bonus score. I've never actually tested it, so I guess I'm just going to do it to test it myself. So I can actually watch it and see if I get a bonus score for just popping the Nova. I wasn't getting many points to begin with, so if so, my score will just be a little bit lower than my max, which I'm not really concerned about. Alright. And this is the last legitimate enemy. And then, yeah, I'm just going to try and pop my Nova, I guess. I'll be able to watch and see if I get a bonus score. No bonus score. So, that did end up being just a tiny bit higher than my previous score, though. So that's good. Must have landed some more critical hits that time around. And even with that Xion doing massive damage, literally the highest possible damage we can have right now, besides those couple PSM strengths I was missing, I still only got. Let me get back to the event here. 3,113th place. So it's going to be really hard to get high on this one unless you pulled a lot of Tifa and Aeriths. If you pulled a lot of Tifa and Aeriths, you're going to be in a lot better position. So, especially if you pulled a Sephiroth. If you pulled a Sephiroth, you should be doing really good. So, congrats to anybody that did. That's all I got for this one. If you like what you see, definitely subscribe, send a like, and leave any comments if you want to see any different types of content in the future. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff. We got some updates coming through on JP here pretty quick. So I hope you guys have a good night, and see you soon.